accusing me of being a cheater, pointing at me, and I know who all of you are. I know all of your names. I remember very well. 20 minutes? What are you talking about?
People complain about you about this. Why all retarded, all stupid? We are idiot. We don't.
No, you're the only retarded.
Life.
Oh, okay.
You are.
I'm gonna lay some ground rules. No cussing and no disparaging.
You are very small man, my friend. Compare me. You are very small man.
Oh, really?
I didn't
You think
offend
so?
you, no bad.
That was the highlight of the conversation that Ermes Gasparini and Devon Larratt had as gentlemen on the Dexter Tan East versus West show. It's kind of unfortunate. In this situation, the ideal thing for me to do as a YouTuber would have been to agree with a couple of things which Ermes said and then agree with a couple of things which Devon said and make the fans of both of these arm wrestlers happy. Instead, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to disagree with a lot of things that both of these guys said and maybe piss off the fans of both of them. Everyone starts hating me. But before that, since I showed a clip of Devon in the previous video, which I kind of forgot to talk about, that clip, that 5-second clip, was Devon saying, "I don't let anyone know that I am the owner." So at that time, I had only the audio version of it. Now I've seen the video too. And after seeing the video, I can tell that it's not AI. I had a conversation with Devon after the previous video, and Devon was asking me like if I created that using an AI. And I was like, no, of course not. Somebody sent it to me. And I was like, do you think it's AI? And he was like, it's a very short clip. I cannot say for sure. I don't remember saying what I'm saying in that clip. It could easily be taken out of context. And I agree with that. The person who sent me this clip said that there is more to it and he has the entire video. But then, since he didn't share it with me, I've not seen it, I'm going to assume that the information in the remaining video was either not relevant or maybe it wasn't proving anything against Devon Larratt. So yes, this small clip can in fact be taken out of context. We cannot comment about it too much unless we see the full version. So was Devon talking about secretly being the owner of East versus West? We don't know. My guess would be an 80% no. I don't think he was like literally talking about that. Or maybe he was just joking. Full video is something which we need. And it was literally a video of Devon holding the phone in front of his face and maybe talking with someone on a phone call, and that person recorded that phone call or whatever it was. Now let's get to this topic. Again, the controversy is reignited. So Devon shared that letter that the 27 Europeans shared with Robert Baxter. Dexter Tan was saying that the letter could have been edited a little bit because maybe there was a clause that literally said that Devon needs to be removed. But in the post that Devon shared, there was no clause like that. And I had seen that same letter a month ago. And even then, there was no clause in that, like Dexter was mentioning. So when was it edited? Was it even edited? Because Devon truly believes that the Europeans want him to be removed. But then the letter doesn't say anything like that. Why is Devon just assuming it? Or if he has seen a different version of the letter, why isn't he letting us know about that? Devon's only genuine point here was, despite him just going after Ermes Gasparini unnecessarily, is that how can you guys not expect me to respond or act in this way in an aggressive manner when you are literally accusing me of everything? This league is falling apart and 27 guys are publicly shaming me. Not publicly in this case, but before that, most of them have publicly gone against Devon Larratt, and that is putting a dent in his reputation, and maybe that's what the European arm wrestlers want. So in that case, Devon believes he has the right to defend himself. He has the right to maybe be aggressive on these live streams in the private messages that he's sending all of these arm wrestlers, and that's what's making these arm wrestlers even more mad about Devon. Dexter had a great point to which Ermes Gasparini had no answer. He asked Ermes the problems that he had with Devon, and also all of the problems that were listed in that letter. They were referring to Devon. And Dexter said, all of these refereeing problems that you are mentioning, that Devon cheats in the setup, Devon takes 20 minutes to set up against everyone, even in the matches that he can easily win otherwise. all of those things happened when Engin was in charge of rules and referees. So how can you say that you need to get Engin back in the business so that these things don't happen? These things were happening under Engin's control. Well, maybe there is a genuine concern that Ermes and others think that because these things were happening even under Engin's control, then this thing is going to expand even further when Engin isn't in control. That's why they're thinking that, okay, it was still problematic, but maybe it was still manageable. Now it's going to go out of control if Engin isn't there. That can be a genuine point which Ermes somehow forgot to mention. He answered this question by saying, why are we talking about Engin now? My friend, you guys wrote a letter and Engin was mentioned in that letter. You literally said that you won't be competing unless Engin is a part of it. So now when Engin is in the conversation, how can you say that, why are we talking about Engin? Let's talk about the problem. That's the guy that you think is going to solve the problem. And that's the guy that wasn't able to deal with these problems when he was in charge. So how can you expect it now? I've said it publicly in my live streams and videos that only the fans are responsible for Devon cheating in the setup, for Devon trying to manipulate the setup to his best advantage. Why? Because the referees can foul him out. Even Engin could have told the referees to foul Devon out if he's cheating too much, or anyone else for that matter. But then we fans would be complaining that we paid $20 for the pay-per-view, we wanted to see Devon versus Gennady or whatever go down the line, down the wire until the final round, and you fouled Devon out 3 times. We're not going to pay for this shit again. That's why the organizers, the referees, Engin Terzi, Robert Baxter, these guys are under pressure to please us. We are responsible if Devon cheats in the setup. Devon is not responsible for that. And someone was saying that, Ermes was saying that, okay, we also try to cheat a little bit in the setup, but Devon does this way more than us. It is not acceptable. Someone was saying that, well, if it's cheating, it's cheating. It doesn't matter to what extent he's cheating. No, I don't think so. If somebody steals $1 from someone and then there's a guy who commits a $1 billion scam, you cannot expect both of those guys to get the same punishment. Maybe they will, but you cannot expect that, right? So there's a difference when it comes to the level up to which you're trying to cheat in the setup. So I agree with Ermes Gasparini on this point. So then Dexter was being the most logical here. Devon was like, Devon needs to chill down first of all. Why? Because recently he started building some haters. Can you imagine? Have you ever seen, or had you ever seen any single hate comment against Devon until 2017-18? That's when he was the most respectful guy. Well, not really the most respectful guy in 2018. He was already trash talking at that time. But overall, apart from the table, he was respectful to everyone. Now Devon is always mad. I'm not sure what stuff he's taking right now, but he needs to lower it down. He's way too aggressive, sometimes to his haters, sometimes to the European arm wrestlers. It's not good for his own mental health. He is literally becoming Engin Terzi when it comes to taking tension from what is happening on social media. He cannot digest it right now. So that's what Devon needs to do. Todd Hutchings also commented on Engin's video, asking Engin to release the full video, and now Engin has deleted the video. Before that, he deleted Todd Hutchings' comment after replying to it 3, 4, 5 times. Engin was the one who was being logical there. He was telling Todd to ask that list to Robert Baxter. Engin doesn't have that list. I mean, he has that list, but he didn't sign it. He didn't write it. At least he's saying that he didn't write it. So yeah, Robert Baxter is the right person. I'm not sure why Todd Hutchings was asking Engin Terzi to get the list. He was asking him to make it public. That was not Engin's job. So Ermes was really mad. He just wants Devon to be kept under control. Only strict refereeing can do that, and only we fans can demand strict refereeing. No one else is going to do that. So Ermes was saying that he looked visibly mad. He was saying that, Devon, you're not going to be respected like John ever. You won't be the GOAT ever. You need to change your attitude. You need to stop disrespecting athletes. You need to stop disrespecting them in the DMs, their families and stuff. So all of this thing was really weird. Devon needs to calm down. Ermes needs to understand that those problems were happening under Engin's control too. So it's not like Engin is going to come to the league and solve these things forever. That's my point on this subject. Please hit the thumbs up, like the video, and I'll see you again.